Alright. Well, hello and welcome back to the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke. Where we left off, we had just gotten the third badge. Do we have any more HMs? Oh, that's a lot of steps. Nope, not yet. Alright, and we're off to save Dawn. Hi, Helix666, can you please help me? I dropped my Pokedex by accident and Galactic found it. Now they won't give it back. Please, I need your help. Team up and battle with me. Okay. They will not kill us this time. Now, this is where we died last time. Because we let ourselves get poisoned. Ooh, Finish Shock, nice. Excuse me, sorry guys. Why is it super effective against Beautify but not Dustox? Huh? Hi Stream Elements, how you doing? Yes, I know you can't answer me, that's okay. Full switch. No, you know what, I don't need that. Sprite leveled up, Schweppes leveled up. Oh, that's handy. Well, there's one down. And now if you use Disarming Voice, you'll take out that Dustox. Just saying. No, you don't need Headbutt. You're just there to get my Pokedex up, buddy. Grand Underground Hiker inventories are generated. I'm looking for people. We can collect data for that. Since you got Fly right after this battle, getting that data would take like 5 minutes. Are you interested in doing that? So wait, what are we doing? Also, welcome, Happy Lappy. Grand Underground Hiker inventories are generated. I don't know how they work in this one. I know in the other one, the originals, I'm pretty sure they were all just like, solidly programmed. Yeah, I'd give it a shot. That's true. I'm not entirely sure how the hikers work. I also, I'm not really a big fan of the way the underground works in this one for the base building. Yeah. No, on the original version of Diamond, I had like a hidden maze type of deal. It was really cool. Hey, there we go, fly. Will that be added to my HM screen? Yep, yes it is. Alright. Well, our agenda just opened wide up, so where do we go? Still getting used to this new Poketch. Oh, it has a little marker as to where I'm supposed to go. Jubilife, okay. Is this guy here? Oh! No, I need one. There we go. No thanks, I don't really need anything like that. I'm just kind of interested to see how this works. Alright. And hiker is... Oh, the lottery number, okay. Lottery number, that is in Jubilife TV. Okay, lottery number is... Yeah, I'll save and draw a lottery ticket. 80081. No, I didn't get a match. Actually, while I'm here, I should get my updated apps. Not you. There we go. Okay, memo pad. Great if I was using the touch feature. Marking map. Okay. Okay. So let's fly to Orberg and dig. Excuse me. Right and up. Got any large spheres? If you do, I'll trade something with you. Get goods. Alright. Blue sphere small times 40. Square extra large pedestal, spin back, clear, sturdy, round, TM5. Okay. And there we go. Alright. There's a red dot up here. Is that where I made my base? It is. Alright. Let's take a chance and try to find an Everstone. I cannot see that map with a dart on that screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, super important for the small sphere hiker who only sells digger drills once you get your first one from the explorer guy in Eterna. Where's the last item? I always have trouble finding the last one. Probably because of how sporadically I dig. There we go. Alright, anywhere else we have to go? Alright, to Hearthome City. Go on. Dig and head right until you see a hiker. Hi, Diglett. Alright, small spheres. Alright, digger drill. Oh wow, that's a small menu. Oh, not a problem. Actually, what were those TMs? Bulk Up, Iron Tail, Recycle, Thunder Wave, and Sleep Talk. He can self-fly. Wow. I mean, it's a good move for flying, but kind of useless with the Pokédex app. Not sure if this skips the Pokédex. Oh, okay. Yay, a revise! Something I can sell. Grass box. And we have Carnivine. I'm gonna try one more spot because I don't want to wait till Snow Point for the Everstone. Nope. Excuse me. I still have no clue what those Diglett pieces are for. Because I don't have the patience to look for them. Alright. Now we're back off to Veilstone. Oh, that is actually really cool. I have no idea. 2 minutes of double shiny rates and makes shiny statues more common than normal statues. So it's just a boost up for shiny hunting. Oh, that is a really interesting mechanic. No, you can't get in here yet. No, I have to wait until I, wait, don't I get rock climb around there? No, that's nasty block, not rock climb. That is amazing. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought you got rock climb a lot sooner. It's because of that rock point inside the city. Alright, this is Route 214. Who are we going to find here? A battle! Okay, Psychic Abigail. Or Ghastly. Alright, we know just how to deal with you. Gonna bite it. Like, who thinks this up? I'm gonna bite a ghost. No, biting a psychic I can understand. Breaks their concentration. But a ghost? What's it even taste like? Okay, now I'm actually curious as to what a ghost tastes like. This quick swap for Pokemon boxes is like the best thing to come out of the new games. Yeah, you know what? Milkshake, you're coming in. We got Joker, Rockstar, Cream Soda, Pure Leaf. Based on the clock and pedestals, I assume so. Okay. Yes, it is Saturday in my game. Yeah, that's not going to tell you date. Yeah, my game is based off my current clock in North America. +5 Eastern. -5 Eastern? Yes, west of Greenwich. For the next 2 hours or so. Mainly because I am far too lazy to adjust the time on my Switch. Yeah. You're cool. You'll have a tunnel built all the way through if I go catch all 26 unknown. Not sure where I'll be in an hour and a half. I should still be here. A little farther through the game, maybe, and a little more tired, but... I know how this will go. Ooh, Goldeen, I like your first choice in Pokemon. This guy's a gambler in the Japanese games. I think he has okay moves. Okay, oh, okay. Hopefully he won't get off any, like, horn drills or anything, so... Fortunately, I am maining a electric type right now. I would not be doing good if he was using something like a Rhyhorn or a Rhydon. Getting lots of stuff I can sell, I just keep forgetting to sell. Alright, who do we have? Geodude, I already have you. Alright, well that enacts the duplication clause. Oh, that was lucky. Okay, so we have... Okay, so our next gyms up are... No, one of my badges. Water, Ghost... Okay. Forgetting the one between the ghost and the ice. Okay. Water, Ghost, Ice, Steel. Steel, and then Electric. That's right, Rourke's dad. Yeah, we're going to try a different patch of grass after this one. That was a very effective tantrum. Okay. Oh, thanks for the follow. Once you beat Wake, a bunch of your hiker info will also change. Badge 4 data is just as important as Badge 3. Bit stuck in terms of what random number corresponds with your data. Badge 4 would narrow it down a lot. Okay. Collector breed. Hey, we don't look like that. Alright. There is a stark difference in difficulty between event battles and just trainers in this game. Okay. Okay. Interesting to know they're still using 8-digit values. Yeah, I want to grab as much experience as I can here. Yeah, they don't blow up the lake yet. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, they did change a lot. Especially since it's not actually a Game Freak made game. A couple of weird changes they've made. Like changing Leech Seed to a level 55 move for Zubat and giving it Absorb instead. Nearly totaled my Piplup in one of my last runs. Oh, Stunky, I don't think I have you. No, I don't. Yeah. It used to be almost identical to Absorb, just a bug type instead of a grass type. No, I'm not going to risk it. It's nighttime, let's use a Dusk Ball. There we go. Okay. Sugary yet stinky drink. Okay, I'm thinking of a drink and it smells like passion fruit. What was it? What was that drink? I can't remember that. Old age. Oh, all of my Pokemon are getting names of sugary drinks. So I've got, like, Pepsi, Brisk. I don't have Mountain Dew yet. You know what? I'm just going to go with an easy one. There is a drink over here called Aloe, which has little chunks of aloe in it. It's pretty gross. Centibox. Ooh, that'll come in handy. Shield on. Alright, if you weren't a ground, I'd send out Chimchar. Wait, you're not a ground. But you have ground type moves. But if Chimchar dies, I have to restart because of those rules. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on for now. I'll come back and grab more experience. I have to come back here anyways at some point. And Geodude. I'm getting really lucky with Bite tonight. Alright. Yeah, one more battle. Oh no, not a battle. Did I already fight you? Nope, okay. For the sake of my collection, I take on people I know I can't beat. That's what a collector does. You can get way better moves in the Veilstone department store than you could in the originals. Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, U-Turn, Bulldoze, etc. Even Psychic and Dazzling Gleam. That is actually very interesting. Flamethrower, Ice Bolt, and Thunderbolt are three of my favorite moves. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. I do know I have to come back here though. Because I think it's after I beat, I think his name's Clay, or I just call him Clay. Anyways, after I beat the Steel Gym Leader, Clay is in Unova. Okay. What's his name? Rourke's dad. After I beat him, they blow up the lake and I have to come back here. They just go fishing for Magikarp with dynamite. No, Fireball, you're not evolving. Yeah, you could in the original too. If you wanted to completely ignore everything, you could just go to Snow Point and preset up the fly for it to go back. And here's the resort. Now we're going a little backwards here to 13. Hey, a red shard, and I didn't even have to dig it up. Ah! That is really in. How do you time that? Because unless you know exactly how many steps it's going to take to hatch a particular egg. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Like, and I've done a lot of sketchy stuff in Pokemon games just to get around certain things. Like in Gold, Silver, and Diamond. Gold, Silver, and Diamond. Gold, Silver, and Crystal. You could do a duplication glitch to duplicate a Pokemon and an item. And if you did that at the beginning of the game, before you got your first Pokemon you'd save, you could go through. It was tedious, but you could get all 3 starters. 2 of them wouldn't show up in your Pokedex, but until you evolved them. But it gave you all 3. That was essentially just causing an error in the game by shutting it off while it was in the middle of saving. Oh, that's just a tree. Okay. And then there's the getting Mew and Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Which is a lot easier than trying to get to the truck. That does absolutely nothing. Okay. Urban legends in the early 2000s and late 90s were a pain. Use strength on the truck harder. It'll totally work. Okay. I spent hours in front of that truck when I was a kid. Oh. Then the second Pokemon movie came out and I tried to catch the legendary birds in order to get Lugia, which didn't exist at that time. But it was fun battling Professor Oak. I don't have to go to the safari, do I? Nope, you're here, okay. Alright, let's do this. You do for the AHM post-battle. Oh, okay, that's right. I know I have to go back to the Memorial Tower for Defog. This is going to hurt. It's very useful. I can't just color swap the palette like you could in the originals. Again, I've done a lot of sketchy shit to Pokemon games. On the Game Boy Color, you could use the directional pads at the Game Boy screen to change what color layout it had. So you can make it through Rock Tunnel without Flash. Just by changing it to negatones. Fair enough, that said, Misty Terrain is way easier to battle in than Fog. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The only thing I am not a big fan of at this point is them bringing over the omnidirectional from the Sword and Shield. It's making getting around corners really difficult, and I know he'll snap to a grid if I use the D-pad, but at this point I'm conditioned to analog. Now I'm wondering if some of the legendaries are built in. I haven't looked too far into the game to keep it a surprise for myself. But I'm wondering if they're doing events for certain items, or if they're just including them. Like the tickets to get Darkrai and Cresselia, or the ticket to get the Flower Path for Shaman. Yes, Manaphy is available through Mystery Gift. According to my mods, I'm not allowed to use Mystery Gift. But I was allowed to use the old couple in the Flower Town to get Jirachi and Mew. Because those were gift Pokemon I didn't have to prompt an online thing for. Yeah, no NPCs love their Pokemon. And like, those mechanics are just weird anyways. I mean, is he still in my party, or did I move him? No, I moved him. Or did he die? Was he one of the ones that... Yeah, he was one of the ones that died. Alright. So I've had 4 Pokemon die on me. One during catch. Oh, it won't let me use the box while I'm in a gym. Didn't know that. That was a weird choice. But, yeah, I've already lost my Crobat. I think it was a Kricketune. Yeah, Kricketune I lost during battle. I've had my Machop, Weasel, and Zubat all die. Zubat was fully evolved into Crobat, so I got the Pokedex. But he's dead. If I can swing it, so is Bidoof next. But he's probably going to stay in the box for quite a while now. Because I'm not a big fan of that Pokemon. Something I find kind of entertaining. Wingull and Gyarados are the same types. Hey, you've got both coasts for Shellos. Yeah, but Wingull doesn't learn EQ. That is very true. That is very true. I'll just have to make sure I one-shot his Gyarados before he can hit me with anything spooky. Okay, Wake. I think he's the only trainer I know that has 2 names. He's the Masked Royal? How is he not outed? That's as bad as Clark Kent just putting on a pair of glasses and... I'm not Superman. It's like everyone's rolling a 1 on perception. Ooh, Quakesire. Yeah, do I? No, I don't. I'm gonna bite it. One more. And flinch. Nope, okay. And... no, I need you to evolve, so I don't think switching you is a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Even though I totally need you to evolve so I can trade you for a Hunter and get the Everstone. Just in time for the end of the game. Alright, Force Palm. Lucky. And full restore. Nope, okay. Alright, and what's the last one? Oh, Float Cell. Okay. Yeah, we're going to send you out. Then we're going to heal in case you use Aqua Jet right off the cuff. So I don't know how much your Aqua Jet's going to do. If I were you, with my current HP, I'd want to get the first hit in. Alright, full or 50? 60. Pokemon that know unusable moves in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, like in Sword and Shield, when you transfer in moves not allowed. Okay. So they like kept moves that just don't exist anymore? Oh, Brian, that was another good option. There we go, no casualties. There we go, a new badge. Good thing I spent that time shining them up. GG, thank you. And I'm going to keep using Brisk because he's got Bite, which is super effective against ghosts, which is Fantina. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so, would you like me just to go straight to Orberg, or? Alright. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Roost, Facade, Aerial Ace, Break, and Roar. Oh, so I've got Brick Break. It'd be really handy if they actually just made a TM for Ancient Power. But it's okay, I've got a couple of Heart Scales. Wonder if I can find a Tangela. Alright, Hard Home and then down. I wonder what's in my Pokemon egg. In my casual run, it's already hatched. And I'm farther than my casual run now. Alright, and you have the same top guys. Ooh, Water Pulse, Calm Mind, Shockwave, and Attract, as well as Brine. Alright. Oh, not a problem. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Two confirmed. Nope, nothing. Keep on hoping for an Everstone because I really don't like pressing B so many times. You used to be able just to buy them. Actually, can I just go straight to Fantina, or do I have to go all the way around? I mean, I'm here anyways. Ah. Alright, back to Pastoria. Actually, we should heal. You need to chase comic related. That's right, forgot about that. Now, I'm still in the platinum mindset too, and that game is the only Pokemon game I've gotten lost in. It's because I'd normally like to do my Pokemon badges in the order they appear. But in Platinum, they switched it so you had to beat Fantina before you could leave Hearthome. Default? I thought you were at the top of the tower. Oh, you know what? No, go back in. Go back in. Yeah, add a Great Marsh to the list. Great Marsh. Let's see what we can find. Area 4. All the way to the back. That's not the back. Area 1. And we have Azurill. I should probably bait it. Ah, you bastard. Yes, each area is separate. Oh, in the marsh. No, it's one area. I might as well collect some items while I'm here. Haven't really done... Oh, oops, wrong button. Haven't really done anything in the underground, because I'm not sure how to affect that. Are you flippin' kidding me? No. The dumbest of all Pokemon. Wooper. I'd love to take a Wooper. That's my second one. Here's one I trained up. His name is Sprite. And here's this dumb bastard. There we go. He was an accident, he's gone. Released. Don't even need an HM slave in this game because of the quick access. If I see you again, I'm throwing mud at you. Like, I think in Yeah, normal diamond and pearl. Around this area here is where you found Carnivine. Hi, Hoot Hoot. Be nice to Hoot Hoot. Everybody loves owls. That's a weird thing to find in a Safari game. Oh! See, I always found them in the exact same patch of grass. No, you go ahead and watch me carefully. Here, have more mud. I'm not going to run out. We're in a swamp. I really don't like Baidu. It's just way above my level of being able to handle derp. That's back before derp was a thing. Yes, I'm sure. Thank you, though. Okay, I won't follow you. Hi, TBG. Alright, I think you start with a bird? Yes, you do. Alright. How is that still a Starly? I've got 4 badges. How is that still a Starly? Look at it, it should be well on its way to being a Staraptor. Why Frimplup? Frimplup doesn't have the steel type yet, does it? Nope, don't think so. Somehow it changed the Munchlax in this game. Alright, Roselia, easily dealt with. Knowing Barry, he probably used about 16 jars of honey on the one tree. Although I could see him chopping down the tree and finding the owner $1 million as well. I completely forgot what he's sending out. Well, after slathering 16 jars of honey on a tree, people get kind of tired, so, mayhaps he fell asleep under the tree and Munchlax stepped on him? Find the Munchlax $1 million? Okay, yeah, he was freaking out. Yep, gotta go chase him. If you're not a Pokemon and you run like that, you're a bad guy. Okay, well, you're not a Pokemon and you run like that. Well, this was, that was an interesting mechanic. Unfortunately, in my first encounter with it, I caught a male Combee. And I had a lot more patience back then because I leveled it up to, like, level 50 before I realized it wasn't a male and it wouldn't evolve. Then having really odd expectations with these games. I mean, you could find male Jinx and female Mr. Mime. I forgot that Bibarel picked up the water type. Nope, you're not allowed to evolve. Ran real far that time. That would have been fantastic. No, Luxray is easily one of my favorite Pokemon. Oh, now you're running slower. Oh, hi, Cynthia. Yep, I've seen them. Oh, secret medicine, thank you. I mean, in all fairness, we don't know she's the Pokemon champion yet. To us, she's just this weird goth chick. Salacium. No, I don't think she told us. I think it's a Stephen Stone situation again. I would have been a lot happier if Stephen Stone showed up in more of the follow-up games like Cynthia did. Oh yeah, Lance just right out told you. Oh my god, that poor Rocket Grunt. I mean, the sprites did not do that scene justice. Like, in my head, you could see the Grunt fly towards the wall and leave an imprint. Hey, you got here fast. Yeah, sure, I'll take the old charm to your grandparents. Alright, so... route hasn't changed. What the? Yeah, definitely not. You know how Pokemon typically don't attack people, and how like Shadow Pokemon evil seal them away very. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Especially since in the comics, Lance is not a very nice guy. Like, at all. No, I think in the comics, if I remember correctly, could be wrong, it's been a very long time since I've read them. I think half the Elite Four was working with Team Rocket, as well as Pierce from Mahogany Town. Yeah. God, Gold, Silver, and Crystal had a way with whiny Pokemon. Like, you had Whitney that cried, you had to walk away from her, then come back. Then you had Claire, who threw a little tantrum when you beat her. Oh, you're not... You didn't beat me for real, you have to go to the Dragon's Lair. Hyper Potion. There we go. I am not losing my luxury. Alright, because I can't remember what number it is, let's clear the fog. Oh, it's number 20. Keep on pressing B to get out of that menu. How did I not see that bump in the ground? Ninja Boy Joel. Oh, this is going to be fast. We're Ninja Boys. We went to a cave and caught 3 of the exact same Pokemon. Oh, you have 4. Skorupi is a poison. I think fighting is still super effective against poison. Can't remember, it's not one of my normal types I fight. There's a bug, so flying would have worked. Nope. Psychic's good, but not fighting. Alright, well, best of both worlds. Okay, Zubat, let's switch back to Brisk. Ah. Doesn't gain the Dark type till it evolves. They really like doing that. Are you going to be a third Zubat or a second Skorupi? Oh, Golbat. Alright. Oh, that's right, you guys are all ace trainers on this route. There we go. Grottle. Grottle is not ground type until Torterra, I think. I think these guys didn't get their second types till the 3rd evolutions. Yes, only Monferno gets it. In the long light of firefighting. I'm surprised they haven't made a Pokemon that looks like a, Blastoise never got a second type, though. I don't think... Wait, no, yeah, Venusaur was poisoned as well. Typhlosion. Kept his fire. It was only fire. Raichu and Gyarados. Well, one of you is dying fast. None of the Johto starters got second types. I thought they retconned for Alligator. I'm probably wrong on that though. I just keep thinking for Alligator's dark because he almost always has Bite and Crunch on me. Wow. Alright. And let's switch you to something a little more resistant to electricity. Interesting fact, we didn't actually get a pure Ghost-type Pokemon until Gen 2. With the Mischievous. Because the only other ghosts we had were Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, which are all Ghost Poison. Ghosts and Dragons were really underrepresented. Yeah, all three of them were. That was before they dumbed down the weaknesses. So if you were double weakness, that you were only one time or 3 times weak to it. Motham's another one that got me. I didn't realize that they had different evolutions based on gender. Jeepers, sorry. Motham for a guy, Wormadam for a woman. Switch. Yeah, and then Gyarados was 4 times weak to electricity, and our good old rock grounds were super screwed against Bulbasaur. Yeah, I didn't piece names together. Can't let Fireball faint. I am not restarting this again. Oh no! He's more defensive. That was more effective than I thought it would be. For a 20 power move. Luxio, okay. No, we need is a male Vespiquen. That'd be interesting. Ooh, they're intimidating each other. Well, who's coming out? Who is it? Oh, hi. Four times weaknesses and no special defense. Luxio, you're a weird cat. You're trying to eat a plant. Wait, no, that's actually very common for cats to try and do. Yeah, I know, that's weird. Because, I mean, it clearly went first the last time. Alright. I don't know how close we are to the next town. Oh, that's right, it did use Roar. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, Davey, what do you have? Bug poison. Yeah, that's just difference in levels. Super Slowpadoo tied a fast electric cat. It's because the cat was already chewing on it. Actually, to prove our point, when Milkshake evolves, it'll be a female Mr. Mime. I see that one. Ah, yes, you did get stuck. Okay, so, do I battle the Ninja Boy here? Or do I just leave him be? Oh no, that's not a Ninja Boy, it's just a random shadow. Alright. Got him a choke. That's... Let's shock him. go. No, I don't need acrobatics. No, Fireball, you cannot evolve. There we go. That is very true. But I don't think I'll be using them very much going forward. Until I get to Snow Point. Because as per the rules there, if he dies, I have to restart. Again. Alright. Oh, Sugarberry. There's a smoke ball past the ninja. What's a Sugarberry? Okay, it's one of those specific type weakening moves, or berries. Okay, no ideas what kind of berries they gave you outside of the park. 20 Ultra Ball. When did I get Ultra? Did I buy them? I must have bought them. Sorry, the new tag's one of those weird things that drives me nuts. It takes me hours in Kingdom Hearts. Hi, Birdkeeper. You do not want to battle me. No, you matched one digit in the Jubilife lottery 20 times in a row. Now, I don't do the lottery a whole lot. I got really tired of it in the gold, silver, and crystal. I traded with everyone I could and tried every day to try and match that up. No. Hey, at that time in my life, a Master Ball would have been amazing to win. Oh, let's see if that was... I think Gold, Silver, and Crystal, or Gold and Silver, I think came out around 1999 or 2000 here. So I was still in public school. So everyone at school knew I had a link cable in my pocket. It's actually when I found out about the duplication sheet. Because then I went straight for Ho-Oh and Lugia. And kept some on me in case I found the 3 dogs. Such a weird mix. Poison and fighting to make a frog. I mean, I get it. There's some really weird frogs out there. It's also a very brutal frog out there. Like, it'll break one of its legs and stab you with the bone if it feels threatened. I don't know how I know this, I just do. Yeah, let's go in here. Hello, friendly old lady. At least we don't have to worry about a giant elephant coming in and breaking this. Ah, surf, so handy. Hi, Cyrus. The Nendoroid treatment did not do you justice. Alright, and this is Route 211. This is where I got my Metatype. Excuse me. No, because I was speeding through, I wasn't paying attention. What badge do I need for Surf? Can I just use it now? Yeah, I think I can meet her too. Yeah, and I think I need to beat her so I can use Surf. Then I can go get a backup Fire-type Pokemon at Fuego Ironworks. Yeah, let's go heal first, just to be safe. Alright, do not make me compete in a contest. Ah, yes, we're good to go. Oh, that's adorable. They put railings on. 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 15. No other way to see it in the Pokedex without encountering it. If you care, I don't know. Honestly, not too much. I won't be able to defeat the Pokedex in this run anyways. Times 13, 39. Also, if you get stuck, the Pokédex has a calculator. First room's answer was 15. Apparently that was the intended solution. Yeah, I'm really good with numbers. Come on, let's get you and your poofy dress beat. Wait, doesn't Fantina have a Drifloon? Drifblim, that's right. Yeah, Drifloon is easy. I thought you meant Drifblim for some reason. Yeah, Drifloon is easy. I just have to play this on a Friday. You can go to Valley Windworks. Wow. So, you're just going to use all your potions right at the beginning. Cool. Works for me. Now you can't heal either of your other Pokemon. Oh, Aftermath. Poison Ghost. Come on, RNG. Oh, and you have one of the Dark Weakening Berries. Wow. CGI, any chance you could get that data again? Oh, GG, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're actually going to switch to Milkshake. Wait, no, that's a bad idea because you're a psychic. Grass isn't weak to Ghost. It's alright, it's a Miss Magnus. I'm just hoping this doesn't sacrifice. Because I'm doing this. Mystical Fire. I don't know. Phantom Force. Ouch. Well, goodbye, Badoo. And confused right again. Yep. It was bound to happen. Well, I've had good luck up till now, so. Why did it look like she threw it? Never give up, no matter what. Yep, and I am cheesing these super potions right now. Because I am not losing my Luxray. Why not use Phantom Force again? Yep. And, oh, I do have a citrus berry. But that only heals like 30. Yeah, she didn't dance that time. Supposed to be getting sick of my shit. Apparently they really rushed some of these NPC queues. The second rival battle with Baron, you can actually go into the red. You'll say something to, wow, you got my HP down really low. This is bad. Huh. It's actually really interesting. There we go, now we got her. Only one casualty. Seven minutes until Sunday. Shadowclaw. Alright, well, let's go heal. Lay Badu to rest. And, I don't think I can fly back to Fuego Ironworks, so... Can I make it there in 6 minutes? Oh, hi, Cynthia. Florama Town. Okay. Fairly well, Schweppes. Schweppes, Nos, Buble, and Balls. Apparently that's a drink. Let's see. Yeah, let's take aloe. Yep. Yeah, I won't be able to make it there in time. Now, when does the lottery numbers change? Is it weekly or daily? Midnight. That was a weird bounce. And of course it is. Please be something I have. Damn it. Okay. There we go. Sugary water like drink. Club soda. No, don't add to party. Send a box. Alright, so that was Lego Ironworks. Almost the exact opposite of what I was looking for. Midnight! Yeah, let's save and draw a lotto ticket. 86162. Happy New Year or something. Alright. Green, spin, knight, square, spin back, sturdy. Rock slide, snarl, dragon pulse, sludge bomb, and brick break. Alright. And back to Heart Home. Maybe I'll get lucky this time and find a Everstone. Alright. Ooh, Focus Punch. And Grass Knot, Dream Eater, Will-O-Wisp, and Brine. Oh, not a problem. Oh, 4 confirmed. Hey, Prism Sphere. Sure. Like, it can predict lottery numbers and stuff. That's actually really cool. I'm gonna try one more spot. Oh, let me see if that showed up on Twitch here. I'm going through Streamlabs. Looks like I'm very glitchy tonight. Yeah, no, it's not showing up on Twitch. Yeah, if you want to whisper it to me, you can. Ooh, is that my first fossil? There we go. Well, thank you for letting me be a part of your experiment. Ah, so close. Alright, so, we're going to head back to Orberd now. So I can get that fossil. That is the first fossil I've found. That is perfectly fine. It means it levels up super fast. I'm also still waiting on this blasted egg to hatch. Speaking of which, you should be getting close. Oh yeah, very close. Oh, you leave now? Oh, you took too long. You stepped outside. Okay, yes, we're going to give you a nickname. Your nickname will be... What will your nickname be? Oh, let's just call you Crush. Forget a single sugary drink. You're the entire brand. Oh, got another gym badge. Let's pick up our app. Oh no. No new app. Did I just forget to pick up my memo pad? Is it every 2 badges he has an app developed? Ooh, jar of honey. Tentacool. And I don't have anything on this route yet. Stocking up on water types now. Five levels. Blue and red. I don't think I've named anything Pepsi yet. Have I? No, I don't think I have. Alright, and this is 218. Tentacool. Now, you know what? I'm going to alter my death counter here, because I'm going to count that Azurill in the marsh is dead. I just put 3 instead of 6, didn't I? Nope. There we go. Hi, guitarist. Nope, only 3 levels that time. Ah, yes, I want to pick that. Any questions about that sheet or how to use it? Give me a second here. I'll take a look at it. No, that is actually extremely straightforward. And well notated as well. No, that's actually really well marked. Awesome, glad you think so. That's a lot of, or that's all the stuff you'll need. And if you make a copy, you can copy the bottom row to see more days ahead. Cool. Hi, TBG. Oh, Staravia, you evolved it this time. You'll need to adjust the badge count and the NatDex checks box as you get there. Okay. Going to see if I can get a third badge this round. This will be the most progress I made in this game and ever. Yeah, we don't need Scary Face. We've got unlimited power. That'd be pretty cool. Would mean more data for me if you do. That is very true. Alright, there we go. I don't think the story progresses until after I beat this gym. Where did he get a hair across? It also fell out of the honey tree. Oh, that poor tree. There we go. Have you? Have you gotten out of tighter spots than that? Somehow I don't think you have. There's something I can do now. So I can't always go under the bike path and grab a gibble. Maybe I'll save that for next week. Full restore. No, okay. No fireball. You can't. There we go, that's better. Alright, and you're still making sounds, so you should hatch very shortly. Oh! Excuse me. You know what? We'll go to Iron Island after we take on the gym. Get that Rylu. Is this ground and steel or just steel? Hey, Ricky. Steelix. This is a very dangerous move. That's right, there are. A headcanon is the dude doesn't like visitors and can't make the people with a zoomer leave. Excuse me, that sounds very accurate. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking. Fighting is super effective against steel. It looks like he's trying to push me off the edge. You know what? I shouldn't have done that. I need to go buy more potions and heal. Not in that order. Okay, I can buy a few of these. Not that many. Let's go with 20. Here we go. Moo Moo Milk is much more cost effective if you like going far out of your way for it in the future. That's true. Bulldoze and Smackdown. There we go. Sorry, Gary. Here we go. Just right, the only thing I'll have to switch out for is the Zoomerl. That was a critical hit, wow. Why curse? Like, I get your steel type, so your speed's not too high to begin with. He learns it by level up. No, I meant why use curse? That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna chance it. Ooh. That was not friendly. Yeah, pet's after. What's with monkeys and wanting to slack off? Alright. Time to retreat. Retreat and switch out that poor Mime Jr. And yeah, let's grab Club Soda. Bolster our ranks a bit. A lot of steel types are mixed with ground or rock. And the egg hatched. Okay, what do we have? Happening! Excuse me. Loves round white things. It carries an egg-shaped rock and an imitation of Chansey. Yes, of course we'll give it a nickname. Peace Tea. No, that trainer I just beat. He's the one who killed my Mime Junior. Now what's happening? Is that a happiness, or do I have to have a shiny stone? Because I know to get Chansey into Blissey is happiness. Because that was a second generation evolution. There we go, just a couple of level ups there. Risky move. Power trick. Use like powers to switch attacks in with defense stat. Yeah, my defense isn't that much higher. That's what I was hoping for. Good job, Fanta. Just keep giving them head pats. Don't miss. There we go. Hello. You're the Azurill. Whoa. Ouch. Well, there goes Meditite. Yeah, I'm not going to go back all the way. Let's just hope for the best. Alright, 3 Pokemon. Starting with a Bronzor. Oh, right, it's Psychic. There, so speed's all switched around. Sandstorm I can deal with. Yeah, Bronzor used to only be weak to fire and ground. Yeah, he's always been psychic though, so he's had that weakness to dark. It just doesn't do as much. Oh wow. Why was I thinking Flash Cannon was an electric move? Still used to resist Dark and Ghost and Gen. Oh, I didn't know that. They changed it for balance reasons. I can understand that. Oh, Trick Room again. You know, I do remember that. Yeah, his Bastodon does have Thunderbolt. It's one of those tricky ones. So at the rate this is going, yep, Sandstorm's back, and Trick Room wears off. No, no luck. There we go. Excuse me. Next is Steelix. Great. Still a ground type. And there goes a float cell. I'm going to have to pull something out here. And weak. That's true. My big thing right now is if Chimchar dies, I have to restart the game. I don't want to do that. We've got a higher defense. Which means nothing to something that's almost level 40. Yeah, that would have been handy. Double digits. Now let's move that over a little bit. There we go. Still has one more Pokemon after this. I'll take the Sandstorm. Come on, flinch. Oh, I'm sorry. And Fireball. It's up to you, buddy. Well, fingers crossed. He's a fast little bugger, that's for sure. It's going to be a complete party rework. Ooh. That's right, rock type. Well, fuck. Well, here we go. Just keep missing. Well, we died. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, well, that just means that next week we get to start number 5. Gonna preset everything now. There we go. Alright, well, as disappointing as that is, thanks so much for coming and joining the stream, and Who knows, maybe we'll see you back next week. Shouldn't take me too long to get back here now. And, yeah. Anyways, as always, stay awesome.